Hi guys, welcome back to today's video on the footy channel. Today we'll be doing my round 13 tips and predictions and see how well I did last week. If you do go on to like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Tap the notification bell and post video. Let's get into my tips and predictions. Let's get into my round 12, see how I did last week. So I got 4 out of 7, not the best. Yeah, like can improve. So I got the Hawthorn St Kilda right, got Carlton Geelong wrong, Sydney Richmond right, Brisbane Freo wrong, Bulldogs Collingwood right, Melbourne GWS right, and West Coast Essendon right. Yeah, not the best. Like, hopefully get a 7 out of 7 this week, and let's get into my round 13 tips and predictions. So let's get into my round 13 tips and predictions. So starting the round Thursday, the 4th of June, is Adelaide hosting the Cats on Thursday night. So the Crows coming off the bye, the Cats coming off a disappointing loss in my opinion. They probably should have won, I reckon. Yeah, like Crows. This is an interesting game. I reckon I could see either, but both teams could be winning this. I reckon I will tip. I'm going to tip the Cats. I don't think it will be much of a blowout. I think it will be close. Geelong by 8 points. Next game, we move on to Friday night. It's Hawthorn taking on the Bulldogs. The Hawks got the win last time when these two met. The Hawks, a big win last week. The Bulldogs just escaped a win last week over Collingwood. I reckon MCG Hawthorn should be winning it. Yeah, like I reckon Hawks by 21 points. Next game is Bunbury West WA. You know Northfield will host two games over the next 2 weeks in Perth. Yeah, since exiting Hobart, I reckon Freo should be winning this by a big chunk. I wouldn't be surprised North push them. Yeah, like I reckon Freo too strong by 32 points. They're definitely the flag favourites right now. Gold Coast, the Q Clash, the first one this year. Gold Coast, they've been a bit patchy form, I reckon. That Brisbane, I reckon the hunger's starting to fall. Like, yeah, I can't see them. I can't see them win the premiership this year anymore, and I think the Suns will get this one by 13 points. Next is Optus Stadium, West Coast taking on Port Adelaide. The Eagles, they've been actually quite decent in Port. Not sure. Both teams are not making finals, and I reckon West Coast, they're the better team. I reckon West Coast win by early causes in Perth. They did beat them last year. I reckon this one's a little bit different. A different West Coast, I reckon. And I reckon West Coast by 10 points. Next game is Sydney taking on St Kilda. Sydney are thrashing win over Richmond. Yeah, like the Swans, that they're just hard. Once the Swans get going, they're very hard to stop. Yeah, I wouldn't. St Kilda, they are. I reckon this is going to be close. I don't think this is going to be close. St Kilda come with a very disappointing loss, and I reckon Sydney by 22 points. Next is Sunday night football. The King's Birthday Eve clash is Essendon taking on Carlton. Yeah, I can't see Essendon getting here. There's been so much. That club is unknown and across, and I reckon Blues will continue their winning streak by, I reckon, come by 40 points. Next is Collingwood Melbourne, the King's Birthday clash. Did you know that? I reckon the Pies, are they that good? Nah, Melbourne. I reckon the Demons play better on the MCG than Collingwood, and I reckon Melbourne will bounce back this week. And Demons by, I reckon Demons by 5 points. So there's buys this week. If you didn't know that, it's Giants and Richmond. And make sure you go and like this video. Make sure you like and subscribe and tap notify. And there's 88.5% have not subscribed. Is you on them? Please subscribe. It helps the channel on the road to 200 subscribers. by the end of the year will be grateful. And there's 13 to 11.5% have not subscribed. It'd be really appreciate if you subscribe. It just helps the channel. You don't need to pay for anything. It's just click subscribe, and yeah, see you next video. So, see ya.